last couple of times that the Dons have made the trip here to Indianapolis, they've come home empty-handed after losing in the Horizon League semifinals. But hey, third time is the charm as the Dons are moving on to the Horizon League tournament title game for the first time in program history. Well, on Wednesday, IU rolling out a crimson carpet for the new head Hoosier, that being Darren DeVries. And man, this new head coach, his track record speaking for itself.
All right, for the Tin Cap fans starting to make their way to Parkview Field, I got one question for you. How do you like them apple pancakes? Yeah, this is one of many new items featured as part of the concessions at the Apple Cart here at Parkview Field.
As a lot of new parents figure out, it takes a village to raise a child. And thanks to Freeman's family, her teammates, and her coaches, it feels like the point guard is finding new ways to balance everything from basketballs to baby bottles. When the Colts-sponsored league launched last year, only 8 schools were involved all across the Hoosier state, and none of them from Northeast Indiana. Well, it's a big difference this year, as 27 schools are now involved this fall, and that includes all 5 schools from Fort Wayne community.
Coach, this team has rattled off back-to-back one-point wins. What is it about this group that has allowed them to be calm and composed during this postseason run?
I think it really started in the summer.
Bishop Dwenger hosting an up-and-coming Columbia City team. Our man Josh Ayen joins us live from Shields Field. I see there's laughter, and I understand why. He's got a preview of your Highlight Zone game of the week. Josh.
Yeah, Glenn, just don't mind me. Again, trying to get the nerves and that heart rate steady, Eddie, because when it's late October, playoff time, those nerves are definitely going to be on edge. But you know what? There's one guy who's got nerves of steel, and that is Jason Garrett, the head coach for Bishop Dwenger.
If you're familiar with their nursery rhymes, like I'm trying to learn a lot of right now, you better start reciting Rain, Rain, Go Away. Yeah, as our weather department has already shared, opening day at Parkview Field is looking a little iffy. Well, to commemorate Sid's return to the jungle, the Comet's selling the Sean Sidlowski bobblehead. Now, Sid, what do you think? Have the Comets been playing pretty well lately? All right, I'm glad he agrees too. Well, after spending most of the month on the road, you could say the Comets were feeling like royalty at the jungle. And no, I'm not just putting this crown on because it's Princess Night. Since graduating from Central Noble in 2019, Cindy Freeman's basketball journey taken her all across the Midwest, from Ball State to Dayton and now to Purdue Fort Wayne. Now, you might expect that Freeman gets a pretty good following from her hometown in Albion, and that includes her biggest fan, who joined the world just over a year ago.
The kids have looked up to her since day one because there's so many things she can do on the court that nobody else on our team can, and really nobody else in our conference.
Before joining the Mastodons this season, Sydney Freeman's world was forever changed in the summer of 2023. Coming off her senior season at Dayton, the Albion native learning she was 4 months pregnant.
It was kind of hard to believe at first. I just kind of pushed the thought away. I was like, no, that's not happening. And I finally had to accept it, and I called my head coach and told her that I wouldn't be back.
In October 2023, Freeman gave birth to a baby boy, Kylo.
I'm not really an emotional person. The tie I felt to him was just, it was insane, and I can't explain it. Learning how to live with Kylo and myself, that was the first time I'd never been playing basketball. I had to work a real job and get money and pay for things like an adult.
Freeman's love for the game never went away. She was looking for any sign to convince her to play again.
I posted on Instagram that day, and then my head coach from Dayton commented on it, and then I was like, okay. At work the next day, one of my coworkers asked me to reach something off the top shelf, and she was like, wow, you have really long arms. Did you play basketball? And so, yeah.
So, with 1 year of eligibility left, Freeman connected with Maria Marquesano and the Mastodons. Purdue Fort Wayne welcomed the hometown kid and her son with open arms.
She sent me some film, and she clearly was in shape and looked like her old self. And so we were pumped to add her and be able to bring her into this family.
I thought that where I was like my max, like that was as in shape as I was gonna be, like my body-wise, and I mean, I'm blessed that I've gotten in even better shape since then.
Knowing who she was, knowing her family, having her be local, I felt pretty confident that we were going to be in a good situation with that. And honestly, as the year's gone on, it's been even better than I could have imagined. I mean, the kid has not missed one single practice.
As a lot of new parents figure out, it takes a village to raise a child. And thanks to Freeman's family, her teammates, and her coaches, it feels like the point guard is finding new ways to balance everything from basketballs to baby bottles.
She was back and forth from a drill to giving milk to snacks to picking him up for a little bit to holding him during stretching. But yeah, it's good vibes, and the coaches are phenomenal with it too.
Whatever she needs at any time, like, we're always there for her. And I know sometimes probably she doesn't want to ask, or she feels like he's being too loud or something, but like literally anything she needs, we're always there for her.
They've been so good. The coaches have been so good, letting me bring him to film practice, them watching him when I have meetings, and then the players, they're all so accepting of him. They love having him around. My roommates are the best.
He's dancing all the time, and so he's just a joy to be around and a joy for this team. And again, it's incredible what she's doing, and it's incredible what the impact that she's had on this team.
You don't notice that she's tired. She doesn't complain. You know, she rarely asks for help. So it's been cool to have her around, and like I said, she's kind of been an inspiration for us all.
Knock on wood, I don't think that it could get harder than it really is right now. I will look back on this and say, well, you did that, you can do this.